So our next guest is going to be a very interesting young man from Canada. We have Mr. Alif coming on. We actually accidentally saw him once already. He was pretend Michaela. Let's get him on the screen. Where is he? There he is.
Hey, there I am. Hey guys, what's up? From
and again,
up north.
Not Michaela. This is Alif.
I don't think I look like Michaela. Yeah, when you were announcing Michaela, and I popped up like, oh, I'm Michaela now. Oh, wow.
Now you're Michaela. We renamed you. We didn't like your name.
Gosh. So oh no. Plot twist.
So first of all, yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited to have you on today. And you're in Canada. What part of Canada are you in?
Yeah, so I'm in Toronto. The 6.
Are you a Maple Leafs fan by any chance?
No, I'm actually not.
No.
You know what's weird about Canadians? I find like a lot of my Canadian friends, they actually don't like winter, or maybe they don't even care as much about hockey. That's just more of a stereotype, and not everyone drinks syrup. So I'm like,
true.
Yeah. So.
No, I like that. That's funny. All right. So first, I want to ask you a little bit about. So you have a kind of a background in recruiting, but you've kind of moved on since then. So tell us about your kind of career evolution, if you could.
Yeah, for sure. So I graduated from a school here called York University. I studied psychology, and by the end of my degree, on the 4th year, on the last semester, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I don't want to do psychology anymore. I don't like this. What do I do with my life? Like a lot of students go through. So I decided, hey, you know what? Why don't we try HR out? HR sounds kind of cool. So then I actually ended up doing a year's certificate of HR, thinking, yes, this is the final goal. I'm so excited, right? So I do it. And then I eventually get into my first HR job. And then I thought to myself, life is set. I am good. Like, let's go. And then a year later to the job, I realized, I don't like this either. Like, what do I do? It's not. Yeah, so I was confused. I didn't know where to go and everything. And a lot of my HR friends, they love HR. It was just not for me personally. And I tried experimenting on my own through my own side hustles and things of that nature. And I did some career coaching businesses, did some coaching stuff. And I realized a big part of what I liked about that work is the digital marketing side of things. So I was excited to, work 5 hours after a tiring 9-to-5 shift on digital marketing things. And I realized, wow, like digital marketing is where my soul is calling me. So I decided to, quit my HR job. I had no job lined up. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm young. I can do this. I might not have the most experience in digital marketing, but I will make this happen. So leveraging a bunch of unconventional job hunt strategies that I generally teach, I was able to get my first digital marketing position without any work experience or even having studied marketing in school, which was super exciting. And that essentially propelled my career in digital marketing. Since then, I've worked in one of the fastest growing digital marketing agencies, and I'm going to be starting a new marketing specialist role very shortly. So that's kind of my story summed up.
I love it. And by the way, that's right on topic with what we've been discussing today about tenacity. You just had all the tenacity. Career pivots. I mean, it's okay. I've done everything under the sun, guys. I mean, seriously, I actually went through a period of my life where I just decided to do as many jobs as possible so I could learn a lot of things. And so I could acquire a lot of skills and figure out what I wanted to do. And now I own a company. So, it's a perfectly normal thing. Yeah. And Dan's going through a career pivot, which we're all super stoked about. He's going to talk for a living. We're going to all just sit around and listen to Dan for.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you for that. I don't know how amazing. I'm hoping it'll be amazing. But
you'll need a lot of glasses of water.
Right.
What an incredible story. I mean, golly, to just up and decide, you know what? I mean, and I think that, we're in some difficult, trying times right now, obviously, Alif, but I think that's such a motivator for people to say, you can reframe the things that are happening to us. How can we reframe that, right? I mean, this is the way that I've kind of looked at it, and you're speaking directly to me when you were talking about kind of transitioning and going after your passions and going after what you love. It's how can you use an opportunity like this to really bootstrap your future, the next step, the changes that you've always wanted to make. Well, now's a great time to position yourself in that direction, and you did it when it maybe wasn't the ideal time that other people outside looking in were, but you knew it was the ideal time for you.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think tenacity is everything. Resourcefulness is key in knowing the strategies. And job hunting is not a fun process. Like going on Indeed, looking at job postings, it gives anxiety, and you don't know where the next opportunity is coming from. So that what kind of helped me through was this naive belief that it will happen, and
Right.
I was kind of hooked on that. And I was like, it will happen, it will happen, it will happen, and eventually it did happen. So I think manifesting it in a weird way, but it helped me a lot.
And the other thing that you're really good at, Alif, and I know Dan was super excited because you two both are really good at this, is your LinkedIn content. And I'm now a fan of, I now have 3 people I stalk on LinkedIn, 4 actually. I have Casey Haston, who's coming up. I love her. Trevor Houston, Dan, I completely stalk his content. Now I'm stalking you too with your content.
I got a stalker. That's amazing. Come on a show and I walk away with stalker.
So tell it, but no, it's really great content. It's high energy and it's very useful content. So how have you used that to help shape your career and your goals?
Yeah, for sure. So breaking into digital marketing, I never studied marketing in school, so I don't know what they teach and everything. But what I did have was practical hands-on experience with, creating content, how to edit videos, how to use social media marketing, and things of that nature. I did it on my own, so I knew tangibly I can do this, even though I don't have a certificate backing me up. So I did a lot of social media marketing and content marketing through my career coaching content. And that helped me to build my expertise in that skill set. So when it came time for an interview and they were like, hey, Alif, and this is a true story, they pulled up a piece of paper in front of me and they're like, draw me out an email sequence and tell me exactly why this would convert and blah, blah, blah. Super technical. And I was like, heck yeah, I'm excited. I know exactly what to do because I literally do this. So I actually ended up teaching my employer then a couple of new things when it comes to email marketing and things of that nature. And they were really impressed. And hence they decided to onboard me. So I think the content side, it's fun. I love the feedback I'm getting. I'm getting stalkers, it's amazing. But it's helping me to build a tangible skill set, and that's marketing. So that's how it's helped me in my career.
I got to comment on that. I mean, that is such an incredible way to look at it. I mean, you before you were even outsider perspective considered someone that could do this type of work, you were already figuring it out. Down a path of an area that was passionate for you. So you were so passionate about this content and getting it out, and now you're thinking, how can I do this the right way, the best way? And you probably fumbled a lot trying to figure that out and what works and what doesn't work. And then finally, because you just knew eventually this is what I want to do, so I'm going to dive in, I'm going to figure it out. And then when you get to the point where it's actually like, hey, can you showcase your skills? You're like, yeah, not only can I showcase them, I can tell you where the pitfalls are and where the issues are. I mean, I think that's the motivator that people need to hear. It's like,
and again,
stop waiting for where you want to be. You start working on it now, because you will learn so much in that process of figuring things out. I love that, Alif.
100%. That is so motivational, Alif. And also you tied into an earlier discussion too about teach yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to teach you. You don't necessarily need formal education. I will tell you guys, in my company, I never require a degree. I just don't. I mean, it's fine if you have one. That's cool. But that has nothing to do with it. What have you taught yourself? What have you dug in and learned by yourself? And it's phenomenal that you turned that into a career for yourself. And now you're taking care of this. So your segment is unfortunately kind of short. We're going to have you on again in August, definitely, 100%. But tell people how they can get a hold of you and how you can help them.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to get a hold of me, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, ideally with a personalized connection request note. Alif Huq, ALIF HUQ. Feel free to shoot me your questions. I'll send you a quick voice note, get on a call with you, here to support you in any way I can. So add me on LinkedIn.
Absolutely. Yes. And if you need tips on how to promote yourself on LinkedIn, that is your dude right there. And if you need some tips on job search tenacity, also, I highly recommend him. That is a motivational story. All right, Alif. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate this.
Awesome. Adios.
Bye, guys.